So I woke up this morning to my phone buzzing with notifications. It wasn't because of my alarm on the phone, it was because of the notifications. Okay? And the notifications are getting heavier and heavier for the simple fact that uh, there are satellite imagery that shows him being on the move, uh, and his equipment being moved over as well. We got a lot of different things happening on a lot of different fronts. And one of those fronts, Canada, and what that's getting ready to turn into a hot mess as well. And so all of the notifications, breaking news alerts from India, all over. You have also situation over there in Jerusalem, which is getting ready to turn into something even worse, okay? With Jewish families being firebombed and attacked. Ukraine calls for a meeting with Russia within 48. Y'all can forget about these so-called meetings, because I'm in agreement with a lot of folks. This could have been handled if Joe Biden just would have said, and NATO would have said, we're not going to take Ukraine. Okay, that could have been ended, but they haven't done that. And that's all this dude wants, is to know that you're not going to involve Ukraine in the NATO hookup. But since, they're not doing that, he's going to continue to move. So all of this other stuff they put out are just a ruse about all these talks are going to go forward. It's not going to amount to nothing. There is no talk unless you tell this guy that Ukraine won't be a part of NATO, then you can forget about these talks. Okay? Britain remains, this is 4 minutes ago, gravely concerned about Ukraine invasion threat and sees no sign so far Russia will back down, says number 10 this morning. They're not backing down, folks. These folks can forget it. And again, these heavy artillery, some are on the move. A lot of their helicopters are on the move, okay? That's for sure. A lot of their aircraft are on the move as well. We also have things put in place, okay? And let's see, Russian Duma members refer to Putin the draft resolution recognition, the independence of occupied parts, certain cities and regions of Ukraine. Russia is ready to open fire on foreign ships and submarines that illegally enter its territorial waters, IFAC City senior military officials report. If Russia invades Ukraine, martial law almost guaranteed. So, folks, we can expect this thing to happen this week. They said the 16th. I showed you last night the moon phases and how those moon phases on the dates that he picked are biblically backed up on certain things that happen in the Old Testament. Okay. There's another one that just came in. Let's see. Let's go back up. They're noticing. See, they're watching this guy on satellite, and they see certain things going on. Let me see. Which one was that coming in from? WION. I believe it was something about they noticed some imagery. Okay. No. And by the way, yes, Stafford won. All the time he wasted here in Detroit. But now we keep it moving to other bigger and badder things. I'm just giving you a little something before I get out here and go to work as my car is warming up. Israel's health ministry issued a notice formalizing a ban on conversion therapy, including a number. Okay, we don't want to hear about that. There's so much of this I have to comb through. Okay. And which is just the pictures of the military movement. These jokers ain't playing. Никто никогда не спросит, как нам живется сквозь жизни туман, хлам. Yeah, folks. We can expect that we're going to get those notifications that the invasion has started. Okay, we can expect that. Russia will not take part in OSCE meeting called for the Baltic countries. They ain't taking part in nothing. They are going in. It's a wrap. Okay. You know, that's about it, man. Everybody's saying, come on, let's get round one over with. Let's get it popping. Because we know what comes after this. You better know what comes after this. You better know. It's not good. Conflicting reports. That's what we're looking at. U.S. and Western powers are responding to Russian moves. Everybody is thinking, what's Putin's next move? Remember I said Joel chapter 3, the valley of decision. And those of you who don't have spiritual discernment to know, well, I thought that was meaning this. I said, well, all you have to do is look at the scripture and look what's happening today. You don't have to guess, okay? You ain't got to guess. People literally want to read the Bible and say that literally meant that particular time. The Bible, when things are written, folks, even though we have things written in that time, God is telling us what the future is going to be at the same time. So we see in Joel chapter 3, that valley of decision, he has called the nations, the heathen nations, to war in the valley of decision. And as also typology of today. What's left is just a big decision on what to do. Okay? And then those of us that believe in a snatching, harpazo, in that same chapter, it talks about a harvest. Okay? Isaiah 17. Damascus, we see that happening at the same time, in Israel sending missiles over and dropping bombs on Syria near Damascus. That's getting ready to be fulfilled. And also in that chapter, it talks about a harvest. And then after that, a left and gleaning, things that are left behind. So a lot of people just don't have that discernment to understand, because they're literal readers and they're stuck in a certain time frame and don't realize that the scripture is past, present, and future prophecy all at the same time. So I just want to pop on here this morning, folks, and give you a little update. Prepare any day now. They're on the move. Everybody is backed up into a corner. The big bad dog is making his move. And the invasion is going to start this week. This is how much spiritually confident I am in this, because of everything that's been going on, folks. And there is no turning back. Deuces.